good morning everybody, welcome into a brand new week. The week beginning the 25th of July 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for today. The moon is going to be in Gemini all day. It's going to form a trine to Saturn and a square to Neptune before moving into Cancer. So there could be, you could feel yourself pulled between the 3D reality of Saturn and the 5D reality of Neptune, but it will be easier to connect with the 3D Saturnian energies because of the trine from the moon in Gemini to Saturn in Aquarius, whereas the moon in Gemini forms a square to Neptune in Pisces. Trines are supportive because the planets are in the same element, in today's case in the air elements. Squares are more difficult transits to navigate because you've got the energies coming at each other at 90 degrees. So there can be difficulties, challenges, conflict arising. So keep your feet on the ground, keep firmly sort of in your responsibilities, your groundedness, structure, and the physical realms today. When it gets too much, when the moon moves into Cancer, then it's time to retreat into our shells, to our homes. Home is where the heart is, self-nurturing, self-love, can even be family, etc. Also today we've got Venus in Cancer forming a square to Jupiter in Aries. So this can be a nice expansion of Venus energies, benevolent, sort of love and money and abundance and our values, coming in sort of in with luck and benevolence and expansiveness. But because it's a square, there's a risk it can go too far, too much, too far, too big, with the Jupiter energies. Okay, so just bear that in mind, everything in balance, and we'll be okay for today. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So I've got for today the Gaia deck, and then with it being Monday, we've got the Mystic Mondays tarot. So let's see what the cards have to say for today. So what do we need to know for Monday the 25th of July 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, to the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. One more, feels. Okay. So let's see, what do we need to know for today? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got eternal love, happiness, harmony and fulfillment. Lovely, lovely card, especially as the sun's just gone into Leo. Let's bathe and shine in the Leo sun. And then we've got peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. And then we have liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Okay, so these first two cards, when I pulled them, the energy I got was with the solar plexus. Okay, the sun and Leo is associated with the solar plexus energy, so we're working in those solar plexus energies. And then when peace turned over and we've got this beautiful sunset, sunrise, the yellowy, golden, orange energies there, I felt the two of them combined, and it really felt like dissolving unwanted thoughts or feelings or negativities, anxieties and things like that that we hold in the solar plexus that prevent us from connecting to our happiness, harmony and fulfillment. And as we do that, then it sets us on a course for liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. So it could be negative people, and you can do meditations where you uncord others from you to release them and call back your own cords back to yourself, and forming your boundaries. Boundaries was a big thing yesterday, wasn't it, in yesterday's reading? And then also, I'm just seeing with the sun and the golden globe here, when we come to liberation, that has risen up to the crown chakra. And it's as we clear ourselves of these negative and limiting beliefs and patterns and things like that, it raises our vibration, and we're more able to be in co-creation with spirit and receive knowledge, information, wisdom, insights that then we can bring down and take forward into our 3D world. So what a lovely start to the week. That's all I've got to say. So let's see what the tarot has to say alongside that. Okay, so what do we need to know for Monday the 25th of July 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know for Monday the 25th of July 2022? Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say for today. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the Four of Swords with Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Hermit. Move these over here a bit. Then we've got the High Priestess, the Princess of Swords, the Three of Swords. I'm just going to turn another one over for that. Nine of Cups. Okay, and then at the bottom of more solar energy, we have the Sun, we have the Queen of Cups, and the Princess of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay. So, where we find ourselves today, the Four of Swords, a place of rest, of truth, of healing, recuperating, and just gathering ourselves back together. With that solar plexus energy, it could actually be drawing the solar energies into our solar plexus, and deepening and empowering ourselves in the solar plexus. We can get depleted out in the world. I certainly feel the solar plexus is one of my first chakras to get depleted when I have too much of other people. So yeah, time of just healing, coming back into balance. And rejuvenation and regeneration is messages that I'm getting through. Okay. And the coming back to ourselves is really important, and that centering, because we may have been overwhelmed with too much choice in the past and being unsure about which way to go or what we want, and our energy's being scattered all over the place with all the different possibilities and things that are out there for us. So coming back to ourselves, drawing our energies in, can be very beneficial. As we do that, then we set a firm foundation of self-confidence. The Nine of Pentacles here, self-confidence, self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, independence, in relationships, interdependence rather than codependence. We stand in our own energy, in our own centre, even when we're around other people or in relationships of any kind. So nice foundation to build ourselves on. It feels like this is something we've been building sort of throughout the year. I know certainly for myself, I feel like I've been on the next level of that journey of becoming more of who I am. As sort of we work on all this, then the gift from Spirit, from above, coming down from our higher selves, is the King of Cups. We're opening up to new ways to love, and this particularly ties in with this self-confidence and independence thing, and moving away from codependence and things. And also I'm just seeing up here the liberation, liberating ourselves from old patterns when we connect into the eternal love and the peace. Okay, instead it just means that sort of instead of us being all over the place and our energies being low vibration and being scattered and all over the shop, as we come back to ourselves, we break free from old patterns and things, and as we break free, it opens up to new ways of love in our lives. And that allows us to move into a deeper relationship with ourselves, the hermit, turning inwards, going deeper, looking within, finding that light, finding that peace, finding that eternal love within us. Okay, and we can only do that when we're coming from a place of self-love. Remember yesterday there was quite a lot of love cards, wasn't there? And it was about sort of filling ourselves up first before we can go out and help other people. So a continuation of that today, turning inwards, looking inside. Then the clarifiers, we have the High Priestess, connecting up to our higher selves and receiving the messages coming down. What's the word I'm looking for? Getting messages of connecting to our higher self from a love perspective, an emotional perspective. I mean, it's often we think of the High Priestess and we think of the messages coming down as being more mental energies of the mind and things like that, messages. But actually today I'm feeling it much more about that emotional connection and building the love between your heart and your higher heart, yourself and your higher self. And that brings in the mental messages with the Princess of Swords here. New messages coming down as we liberate ourselves from negative attachments. We open ourselves up to new messages coming through about who we are, which can show us old heartbreaks and things like that, but in a way so that we can heal them. And I say that because the card I pulled out to clarify that was the Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card, happiness, healing our hearts and things like that. So as we look inside and we see the negative attachments of the old stories or whatever, and we connect into these energies, it liberates us and frees us from the Three of Swords. And we open our hearts in greater ways. Over here on the subconscious level, what's going on? We've got the sun again. You know, big Leo energies coming through, this eternal love, happiness, fulfillment, contentment, harmony, dissolving the unwanted or disturbing thoughts, liberating ourselves, shining in our own light, and in a joyful, playful, happy way, and being at peace with ourselves. When I look at this figure in this card, she looks very much at peace, and if she's meditating, so she knows her worth, and she's shining out into the world her light. Then to support the King of Cups, we also have the Queen of Cups. This is more High Priestess type energy, scrying, reading the signs, the oracles, being in connection with your intuition and your instinct and things like that. So we've got the divine masculine and divine feminine aspects of the suit of cups, the water elements, the emotions, that being in harmony with ourselves. With the Princess of Cups, we've got 3 or 4 out of 4 of the Cups Courts cards. So again, this is new energy coming in. This can be reconciliating with ourselves. This can be forgiving ourselves. This can be an apology coming in. Seeing ourselves in a new light, a more compassionate light, a more forgiving light, from the mistakes we may have made in the past. And that gives us clarity, discernment, focus, clear-mindedness. The head and the heart are really closely connected. And we often sort of, before we start off on the spiritual path, you know, we're so much more in our head all the time, and we don't listen to the heart. All this energy is about coming down into the heart and listening to the heart and opening the heart and healing the heart. And as we do that, then the energy comes back up and our mind is much more peaceful, it's much more balanced, we have clarity, we have focus, we have discernment, we see ourselves in a much truer light. Which brings us to the final card from the bottom, which is the Lovers, the balancing of the divine masculine, divine feminine within us. The choices that we make coming from a more balanced place and being in harmony with ourselves. So yeah, we have a continuation of this cup energy, this love energy, this self-healing. That's been evolving over the last couple of days or so. And this, it feels like it's something that we're clearing as we go towards the Leo new moon on Thursday. Let's just have a look in the moon diary and see what time it is. It says without her glasses on, afternoon or early evening from the UK. 5 to 7 in the evening. So yeah, change the time for your own time zone. So yeah, we are now actually in the dark of the moon, and so shining the light on sort of ourselves, reflecting back in, and doing the work to heal ourselves and free ourselves from old patterns. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I release readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day. Shine in your own light, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.